The highly anticipated special, The Sign, brought supporting and new characters into the spotlight. The special contains 2 primary stories, Rad and Frisky's wedding and the Healer House going up for sale. The 2 stories are equally emotional and left fans eager to see what comes next for many of the characters. The special allowed some of the series' smaller roles to finally have the spotlight, in addition to introducing new and interesting characters. In today's video, we'll consider those who appeared in The Sign and discuss which characters should return in future episodes. Number 1. Brandy. The character most people are excited to see more of is Chili's sister Brandy. Since her debut, she has become a well-loved character who fans can relate to. Through her struggles with infertility, she created a rift between herself and Chili, feeling it was hard to be around her sister's family. Luckily, Brandy's return to the family and subsequent pregnancy will make becoming part of the Healers easier, as she has all the more reason to visit Chili and her nieces. In The Sign, it's clear how much her family has missed her, especially Chili, and how excited everyone is to have her and her future child around. Since Bluey and Bingo haven't spent much time with their aunt, now is the perfect opportunity for them to make up for lost time. Since Bingo and Bluey are old enough to be excited about a new baby joining the family, more family-themed adventures will happen for everyone until their new cousin is born. Since Socks is old enough to talk and play their games with them, having another baby around will replace the position Socks has left by growing up. Since Rad and Frisky don't plan on having a baby soon, Brandy's baby will likely become the family's new focus. Having a child of her own may help Brandy out of her shell even more, so she can form stronger bonds with Chili and her family. Additionally, since Mort has had declining health issues as we see in Granddad, having both of his daughters around will be a nice change of pace. It seems clear in this episode that Chili struggles to hold on to her dad and the time they have left together. Brandy can now support her sister and help her dad as he continues to age. Since Mort has lived through Bluey and Bingo growing older, we can only hope he will be able to meet his new granddaughter or grandson and form a memorable bond with them. Number 2. Bob. Although Nana Chris frequently appears throughout the series, never missing a holiday or birthday, the same isn't true for her husband Bob. Bluey and Bingo's paternal grandfather debuts for the first time in the episode Grannies, but then disappears from the narrative, only receiving brief mentions, pictures, or flashback sequences. The mystery surrounding his disappearance had many fans speculating that he may have passed away. The theory seemed to gain credibility from the episode Bedroom, when Bingo mentions Bob before going to bed, telling him goodnight wherever he is. Fortunately, Bingo's ominous statement had a more positive outcome as her grandfather finally returns in The Sign. Home in time to attend his eldest son's wedding, Chris reveals that Bob had spent the past few seasons in India, traveling and attempting to discover himself. Bandit may have inherited his adventurous spirit and eagerness to see the world from his dad. Naturally, fans are excited to have another member of the Healer family to learn about, as he has had few interactions with Bingo, Bluey, or Bandit since the beginning of the series. Due to Rad and Frisky deciding to live closer to home, it's almost certain that Bob will begin spending time with his children and grandchildren now that he's back in Australia. Another hope fans have for the next season is Frisky being the next to have a baby. This would make Bob and Chris grandparents for a 5th time and allow Bob to spend more time with the baby while they are young. Since we don't see Bob much before the 3rd season, we can assume he's been gone for a while and therefore hasn't had much time with the kids as Chris has. Now that he's back, he may form a close bond with his next grandchild, determined to be present throughout their milestones and achievements. Number 3. Frisky. Once Chili and the girls find out where Frisky has been hiding in The Sign, Chili explains how she and the bride-to-be used to visit the lookout together when they were younger. Although the girls don't fully understand why, it's nice to hear how much fun the women had when they were teenagers. Since we haven't seen much of her aside from when she debuted in Double Babysitters, hopefully with her and Rad mending things and moving close to their families, Frisky and Chili will be able to make more memories together. Future episodes could show how the 2 best friends met, what it was like growing up together, and when Frisky became Bluey's godmother. It would be a fun change of pace to see the adults interacting instead of staying in the background, while giving more context to the time they've spent together as children up until now. Now that Frisky is newly married, she could come to Chili for advice or to talk about how life has changed. Chili and Bandit have had a happy marriage, which makes them perfect to offer the newlyweds advice or give them someone to vent to when things go wrong. Another hopeful future prediction for Frisky is that she'll be the next to have a child. When they're having their wedding reception in The Sign, Nana Chris mistakenly assumes that Rad's speech will include a pregnancy announcement, making her teary-eyed at the prospect. Rad is the only Healer brother without children, but considering how he and Frisky treat their nieces in Double Babysitter, it seems like they would make great parents. Not to mention, seeing more of Frisky could bring new characters characters into the series, including her roommate Cookie and her father, who make up Frisky's side of the wedding party. Number 4. Rad. While fans are excited to see Frisky spend more time on screen, they are just as thrilled to see Rad return. While Bluey is nervous about having someone other than her parents help her go to bed for the night, she's still excited to spend time with her uncle in double babysitter. Unlike Stripe, who frequently visits Bandit, Rad made minimal appearances in the series due to his employment on an oil rig, which required him to work out west. However, now that he's decided to settle down with Frisky, the couple will live close enough to visit. Since the three brothers haven't interacted much throughout the series, their dynamics as adults could be interesting to see. In Fairy Tale, when Bandit tells the story of meeting Chili, we witness how the brothers interacted when they were young, but their relationships with Rad may have changed now that they're older. Many episodes in the series show Bandit and Stripe playing games with the kids, or enjoying games like squash. Now Rad can join in the fun too and make fond memories with his two younger brothers. Rad is the only healer brother not to have a kid, so fans are excited to see him adapt if he and Frisky eventually decide to have children. Since the newlyweds are moving close to family again, we'll surely see family bonding time more as a complete family. These new stories could include more double babysitting nights, holidays, and celebrations, all activities that Rad scarcely participated in before. Number 5. Brandy's baby. Like Brandy, her newly announced baby has quickly become something fans hope to see in future episodes. Since her struggles with pregnancy have seemingly followed her throughout most of her adult life, seeing her being able to have the one thing she wanted most in life is fulfilling for the fans to watch and may provide comfort for those who have faced similar circumstances. Now that Socks has grown up throughout the series and can walk and talk, the healers could use a newborn to help add a dynamic to their story. Having Brandy's baby around will be more fun for Chili, the girls, and the rest of the family. Mort is sure to be excited for his daughter too, and although his health seems to be declining, he'll surely make all the time he has for his newest grandchild. Probably the most thrilled for Brandy and excited to meet the baby is Chili, and her reaction when she eventually meets the newborn will undoubtedly become a fan favorite moment. Bluey fans find something to love about every character, no matter how much screen time they receive. The sign allowed many of the healer family to get together for one big celebration, allowing some of the series' minor characters to share the spotlight for a single episode. The special also left many questions unanswered about these underdogs and their futures. We hope to learn more about Brandy's child, Rad and Frisky's marriage, and Bob's time in India in Season 4 and beyond. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.